Today, you will learn how to install a GeneralAire 900M humidifier. For your safety, all GeneralAire product installation should be performed only by a qualified contractor. Before beginning any installation or maintenance on an indoor air quality product, be sure to shut off power and water. First, locate and identify the following items in the box: installation manual and duct cutout template for the humidifier, MHX3C manual Humidistat, and if you are installing a 900A, the GFX3 automatic Humidistat, a low-volt transformer, 120 volts to 24 volts, a self-piercing saddle valve waterline adapter, the 900 humidifier. You'll also find your vapor pad inside the humidifier, assembled and ready to go. You'll need the following tools: a black magic marker, a selection of wire nuts, a selection of sheet metal screws, a drill with a 1/4-inch bit extension, measuring tape, a screwdriver, wire cutters with strippers, a pair of tin snips, adjustable crescent wrench, copper line cutters, plastic PVC cutters. Items not included in the box you'll need for the installation are 10 to 20 feet of 3/4-inch PVC rigid pipe and several 3/4 PVC fittings like elbows, T's, and 45 angle. You should have PVC glue and primer on hand also. Instead of PVC, you have the option to use 3/8 plastic hose as your drain line, a 5-foot piece of 6-inch round sheet metal pipe, and a couple of 6-inch round elbows, and an A-collar, 1/4-inch copper tubing or 1/4-inch plastic tubing for water supply, 20 feet of 18-2 thermostat cable. Start your installation by deciding whether you want to install it on the supply ductwork, the plenum, or the return ductwork. This decision depends how much room you have for your installation. A unique benefit of the GeneralAire Elite humidifiers is the ability to change and install the bypass from the left to right side. Just pull the tab on the base, and the bypass damper assembly easily lifts away. Simply insert on other side. First, tear off the template and tape it to the plenum, ensuring it is level. Take a magic marker and draw an outline around the template. Remove the template and, using your tin snips, cut the sheet metal along the lines. Next, we will install the bypass, a round piece of pipe that comes from the side of the 570M, connecting to the ductwork on the return. If you mount your unit on the supply, your bypass goes to your return or vice versa. Hold the A-collar up to the supply ductwork. Draw a circle around the teeth of our A-collar. Again, use your tin snips to cut out the hole. Next, hold the back housing of your MHX3C Humidistat to the ductwork above the humidifier. Using your magic marker, draw a line around the Humidistat housing. Again, cut out the hole with your tin snips. Now that all 3 holes have been cut out of the duct, it's time to first install the humidifier. Separate the 900M cover and vapor pad frame from the chassis. Place the chassis on your humidifier cutout. To secure the humidifier, slide the unit onto the upper tabs first. Lower it onto the bottom tabs. It's now locked in place. Use sheet metal screws to secure the base to the ductwork, utilizing the holes in the base. Next, we will affix the bypass, which allows air to travel from one side of the ductwork to the other. Start by installing the takeoff. Work the toothed side of the A-collar into the ductwork, bending each tooth inside to secure it to the ductwork. Next, we install the pipe. The non-crimped end fits into the bypass. Measure slightly past the crimped end to slightly past the crimped end on both sides. Cut the round sheet metal to that measurement using the tin snips. The finished bypass should connect the side of the humidifier to the opposite ductwork via the 6-inch round pipe and, if needed, elbows. Secure the joints of the ductwork together with sheet metal screws, using screws less than 1 inch long on the bypass at the humidifier to ensure the bypass turns freely. Now it's time to connect the water supply. After selecting a location to add your saddle valve, clamp the saddle valve around the 3/4 copper pipe you chose for water supply. Run your water supply line from the saddle valve to the humidifier, securing it along the way. Connect the water line to the saddle valve using the compression nut and sleeve included in the saddle valve kit. Be sure to use the plastic sleeve for cold water supply on plastic water supply and the copper sleeve for hot water supply on the copper line. Your water line runs down the side of the humidifier to the inlet of the solenoid. Take off the compression fittings and install the pipe, tightening the fittings back on with the crescent wrench using the same method as the saddle valve. The water supply is now set up. If using 5/8 tubing, connect the tubing to the drain nipple under the unit and run the line to the designated floor drain. If using 3/4 PVC rigid pipe, cut the pipe as needed utilizing the PVC fittings to run the drain line down to the floor. Next is wiring. Use the installation manual to select the wiring diagram applicable to the humidifier you are installing and the furnace in the home. When the wiring inside the furnace is completed, run the Humidistat wire from the furnace past the solenoid and to the MHX3C Humidistat. Affix the mounting plate on the furnace using included sheet metal screws. If you are installing the GeneralAire 900A with the GFX3, please refer to the video demonstrating how to install the GFX3 Humidistat. Install the wiring to the Humidistat using the common C and normally open No terminals by using the included female spade terminals. Once the wiring is connected, clip the Humidistat onto the previously installed base. Now run the wiring to the solenoid valve. Use your wire strippers to strip the wire. Use wire nuts to connect the wires to the solenoid, ensuring a snug connection. Next, you will insert your vapor pad housing into the chassis. The drain on the drain pan should fit into the drain of the chassis base. Push the vapor pad into the chassis frame, making sure the pad assembly is secured by clicking the assembly into the top of the frame. Place the GeneralAire badge onto the cover of the unit, inside the badge frame, and then affix to the humidifier by first hanging the top tab and then clicking into the bottom tab. Before completing the installation, test the 900. Open the damper. Turn both the humidifier and furnace on. Watch to see water travels through the solenoid and down the drain. When setting the initial humidity level, set the dial to humidity levels between 40 and 60%. To increase humidity, turn the dial toward the 75% mark. To decrease humidity, turn the MHX3C Humidistat dial towards the 10% mark. Always adjust in small increments and allow 2 to 3 days before making another adjustment, as this is the amount of time it may take for humidity to reach the entire home. If all is running well, your installation is complete. Thank you for watching the GeneralAire 900M humidifier installation video. Check out other GeneralAire product videos at generalfilters.com or on YouTube by searching GeneralAire Inc.